All right, so we got First Claw explained by an Australian man. Other than that, let's go to it. Make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below. It's absolutely free. And yeah, let's go.
G'day guys and gals.
Hey,
If you've been into Warhammer 40k lore for a little while, you've probably heard about how the Night Lords trilogy is one of the greatest series in the entire setting.
I didn't
Which
hear
is
that.
kind of rogue due to how unimpactful the Night Lords have been. Like, there's an easy argument to be made for them currently being the weakest of the Traitor Legions. The books aren't good because the Night Lords pop off, they actually get clapped pretty hard. Instead, the books are good because it features a cast of the most interesting and engaging Traitor Marines in the entire setting. You genuinely root for the evil Batmen over the good guys. Even as they skin innocents, you are still Team Talos. All of the members of First Claw are an absolute joy from the start to finish, so it's my pleasure to dive into their lore with you.
You know what? I'm gonna be real. Like, whenever it comes down to like certain TV series, movie series, etc., where like the villain or like the bad guy is more interesting than like the actual hero. Like, I don't know. It's something just like pause, but like something turns me off about that. I don't know what it is. And, I'm not one, to be picky or whatever. Cause like, I'm just not like, I'm not like a picky guy, whatever. But like, for instance, like, Batman and Joker, even though I really like the Joker, I really like Batman, so I'm always going to go with Batman, cause I just like Batman. Right. Everybody has like their own, like, opinion on like, who they go for and stuff like that. That's not really nothing too serious. It's just like, I just feel like the good guy or like the hero, whatever, should have like the same hype as the villain. You know what I'm saying? So like Goku and like Vegeta in like their first fight, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Vegeta, him. Like the way he was standing, you could just tell he's him, right? But at the same time, Goku is Goku. So like it was kind of like a John Cena versus Randy Orton type of thing. It was like a you really didn't really know who to go for, but at the same time, like you kind of like had like your own like opinion or whatever who you wanted to go for, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna just go for like the regular old boring good guy. But at the same time, like the good guys were usually interesting, so it made it hard for you to to actually pick one to go for. So maybe that's just me, but these guys sound like booty juice. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Get started. No sponsors today, so make sure you subscribe. We've got 2 months to get.
Yeah, he's right. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're like this close to 8,000 subscribers. That'll mean the absolute world. And other than that, go check out Majorkill. And let's go.
Another 50k subs, which is statistically very unlikely to achieve, but if everyone who wasn't currently subbed but logged in did it, we would actually get there. Be an anomaly, defy statistics, kill God. Today we'll
hell nah. Nah, we won't do that. Nah. Majorkill want people to be all different and stuff like that. Nah, we won't do that. Respectfully. Nah, we won't. No. Not over here. Not at this lunch table. You got to go into another lunch table with that one. Not us. We won't do that. Respectfully. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it pushing. Majorkill telling y'all to do something crazy. We won't do that.
Over each member of the legendary First Claw, discussing their strengths, key moments,
let's not get too ahead of
personalities,
ourselves,
plot twists, and final fates. Obviously, this video spoils the shit out of the Night Lords trilogy, but those books have been out for 10 years, and every lore video was a fucking spoiler. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it! Hey, if these guys are booty juice, we're gonna say it how it is. We're gonna call these guys booty juice. I mean, it is what it is.
Before we dive into the individual members of First Claw, I'll give some context on what the fuck I'm actually talking about.
Okay.
The Night Lords got smashed after and during the Horus Heresy. The Dark Angels broke them at the end of the Thamus Crusade, then Sevatar went missing, presumed dead. That was pretty bad considering he was the unofficial soul of the Legion, and then their Primarch Conrad went super insane, causing thousands of Night Lords to abandon the Legion and strike out as individual warbands. Then Conrad got assassinated, and then the Ultramarines attacked the weakened Night Lords, killing many of them and causing the rest to run off in small warbands.
Okay.
First Claw is one of the squads within 10th Company, 10th Company being its own warband. In this company, there would usually also be 2nd Claw, 3rd Claw, and so on.
Oh, okay, all right. So basically, like the big group got skadoosed. The big group, like the what do they call, like the Night Lords or whatever, they got skadoosed, and they basically turned into like little bitty, or they basically all became free agents basically, and joined like they basically, like, some of them clicked up, some of them joined like other like legions and stuff like that. Okay, that makes sense.
However, with how decimated they were, it isn't quite like that. 10th Company is basically just trying to survive in a hostile galaxy, raiding stuff for supplies and occasionally teaming up with big chaos warlords for larger campaigns. Overall though, they are less than a speck of cum on a whore's skirt in terms of being on the Imperium's radar.
Hey, yo. Okay, so they're no names, basically. Okay.
The leader of First Claw is Talos, a true Night Lord with extremely powerful foresight capability, similar to that of his Primarch. Talos used to be an apothecary, but transitioned more to be a warrior and leader as his foresight abilities developed and other Night Lords referred to him as the Prophet. Don't get me wrong, Talos was an evil piece of shit, but he had a strong moral code and a sense of justice. When the crew of the 10th Company ship, the Covenant of Blood, were thinking about uprising due to bad treatment by the Night Lords alongside a recent attack by the Blood Angels, Talos went down to the lower decks and instead of skinning the organizers to make a point, he warned them, telling them that while he understands their pain and suffering, he will not tolerate mutiny. What other traitor Space Marine, no, what other Space Marine in general would respond to a potential mutiny with just a warning? He also deeply cared for his servants. When Octavia, his female servant, was taken by the Black Legion and basically given over to some cultists in order to be gang raped, he mercilessly hunted them and massacred the cultists before they could.
Okay. All right, now listen. At first, I did say that these guys were brown shirts, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay.
Also killed a fellow Night Lord in retribution for that Night Lord killing one of his servants in the past. Finally, he actually freed his final two servants, one of which was Octavia, from service before his final battle to ensure they would escape and survive. However, there is a catch to all this. Firstly, his body was actually incompatible with his own Night Lord gene seed in a bizarre way. Talos' gene seed continued to develop after implantation, granting him his foresight powers. However, his body wasn't compatible with the advanced gene seed, meaning his foresight would come at the cost of intense seizures, headaches, and agony.
Ooh, headaches of Dumerson. Man, not even Advil can save that. Yeah, GG's.
With his body slowly dying as a result.
GG's.
He even killed a fellow Night Lord during one such seizure. Also, as I have said, this dude is an evil fucker. In order to inflict actual damage to the Imperium, he literally flayed a world's populace, then tortured the shit out of their astropaths. Their suffering was so great that it sent a shockwave through the warp, a shockwave that ended up killing astropaths on dozens of nearby worlds, like a massive psychic EMP, which doomed billions of people. There is a caveat here though. Sure, that was evil of him, but in terms of tactical aggression against his enemy, the Imperium, it was brilliant. He didn't flay the entire world for a laugh, he did it with a tactical goal in mind. Talos would go on to fight and die against the Eldar led by Janzar. Despite being outclassed by the Phoenix Lord, he managed to detonate a grenade next to her, killing himself and mortally wounding her.
Who is this? Excuse him, what? Yo, hold up. Listen, we're gonna learn names today.
Entire world for a laugh, he did it with a tactical goal in mind. Talos would go on to fight and die against the Eldar led by Janzar. Despite being
Hey, does anybody have a video on Janzar?
outclassed by the Phoenix Lord, he managed to detonate a grenade next to her, killing himself and mortally wounding her. Not a bad end for a Night Lord. The next member of First Claw is Sirion, one of Talos' closest friends. Sirion was overall pretty sane and light-hearted, sharing good banter with Talos.
Okay.
He also held the true tenets of the Night Lord's Legion, at least initially. However, Sirion had something of a curse. He had the psychic ability to sense and taste fear. Initially, this was more so on the sensing side.
Yo, hey, y'all know, bro, animals can do that, y'all. Like, animals can, like, sense fear. Oh, my God. Yo, that's, like, the most cracked thing, like, of all. I think some humans can, like, I don't think humans can sense fear, but I think they can, like, they can look at somebody and tell that they're scared, or they can, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I think, like, we all can, like, look at somebody and, like, you can look at the fear on, like, somebody's face. You get what I'm saying? But I think animals, bro, I feel like they can smell it off of you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some animals, bro, I feel like they can just smell it off of you. Like if you just give off, like if you just give off, like, those vibes of just, like, fear, like, bro, they don't even have to, like, understand your language or nothing, bro. They can smell the fear off of you. It's GG's. They know that, bro, they can flinch. And you'll start going crazy like you in a karate match. Like, bro, bro, that's how it is. These wolves and these mountain lions, bro, they can smell it off of you. GG's. They're like, hold up. This is a free lick. This is a free Lunchable. Hold up. Let me sit back real quick. As a matter of fact, man, let me play with my food real quick. Let me jump in front of them. Let's see what. Let's see how they gonna react. Oh my goodness.
However, over time, his desire to taste it grew, with Slaanesh suddenly influencing him to pursue and sate his desires. As a result of this, Sirion would stalk crew members of the Covenant of Blood, inducing as much fear as possible within them before finally killing them. As this was strictly forbidden by Talos, Sirion would frame a fellow squad mate, Uzas, for the killings. As Uzas himself was struggling with Khornite corruption and would occasionally black out or have gaps in his memory, he wasn't actually able to remember if he killed the crew members or not, so he was easy to blame. This caused a lot of issues for Uzas, with Sirion taking secret sadistic pleasure in that. Overall, Sirion seemed like a massive G, but as the trilogy came to a close, you realized that he really was a piece of shit. Sirion was killed during the final duel with Janzar, after being mortally wounded by her death frisbee.
Dang, Jens, hey man, yo, Miss Thicky, Miss Thickness, Janzar, bro, she laid it down on him. Tragic.
He died in Talos' arms, being comforted as his life faded, himself admitting that he feared death, probably because he would finally pay for his sins. Let's do Uzas next, since his story is so aligned with Sirion's. Uzas used to be a sergeant of 4th Claw, however with 4th Claw being decimated and Uzas slowly going insane due to Khornite corruption, he was relegated to become a normal Marine of 1st Claw. Uzas pissed pretty much everyone off. 1st Claw was pretty anti-chaos, often getting shitty at the captain of the Covenant of Blood for fusing with a demon, as they actively avoided corruption themselves. For example, Sirion hid his corruption very well, however Uzas struggled to. Before battles, he would start chanting blood for the blood god, which would then cause Talos to punch him in the face to get him to shut the fuck up.
Get out of here! He said blood for the blood god, blood for the Custodes. Oh my good. First of all, I would never let that happen to me, bro. If I'm over here, bro, throwing up my set, if I'm over here throwing up blood, I need 6 bucklet bit bookies, and I'm over here throwing up the blood. And I just get skadoosed across the face. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like that would shut me up. But like, bro, we gotta crash out. I feel like it's like, yo. All words are done. I'm not set tripping. I'm not throwing up any set. It's done, dotted. It's over, bro. If I'm over here repping the blood gods, if I'm throwing up the bees, and I'm like, hey, can I get 6 big bookies? And I'm over here just saying every word that just starts with a B, and you, bro, punch me mid like worship. I'm gonna be honest, bro. There is no words. There's no nothing. We got to fight. We got to fight. Listen, I know I'm a lover and I'm not a fighter, but yo, what Keanu Reeves said, bro. Yo, how can you be a lover if you don't fight for what you don't love? What did he say? He said something like that. Okay. I'm not Keanu Reeves.
Talos was especially upset by Uzas' deterioration, as Uzas used to be a distinguished and intelligent warrior, someone he looked up to. However, here is the sad twist. Uzas was actually resisting the corruption and had a surprisingly high amount of self-control. Uzas would eventually be branded a criminal and was forced to paint his gauntlets red after Sirion once again framed him for murdering crew members.
Wow.
Murders he didn't commit. Eventually, Uzas figured out that Sirion had been framing him. He entered a rage, but was actually able to calm himself down, and he told Sirion that what he did was fucked up, and that while he would not seek revenge against him, he would tell Talos. Sirion knew Talos would hate him if he found out about the murders and the lying, so he attempted to kill Uzas on the spot. Uzas was the greater warrior, and this time he did enter a rage, knocking Sirion down. However, Talos had noticed the fight from afar and assumed Uzas had entered a berserk rage, hence he ran over and impaled Uzas to save Sirion.
Man, Captain, save a hoe man, get off the way! Sire, I'll save you! Like, bro, get out the way. Bro, what are you doing? Oh my god.
Uzas died with Talos looking down on him, telling him that he was a disgrace and no brother of his. Fuck man, that one hurts. Overall, a fantastic twist. Uzas—
Bro, y'all all brown shirts? I don't even know why you standing up above them like you really, like, bro, like, what do you... Bro, all y'all, bro, all the... Yo, y'all all brown shirts. Y'all all have no lines in this. What are we talking about? Y'all all got limited lines. Are we confused? Like, bro, are y'all cuckoo for buku buffs? Like, are we serious right now? Bro, y'all are all cooked. GG's. What are we talking about?
Fighting against and overcoming his Khornite corruption, contrasting that with Sirion, who embraced his Slaaneshi corruption. Yet Uzas is the one who suffered the most shame. Talos never found out the truth, with Uzas and Sirion taking it to their grave. Zal is the next member of First Claw. Zal was Talos' true best friend. They grew up together on Nostramo and became Astartes together. Unlike Uzas and Sirion, Zal didn't have any baggage or corruption. He was a light-hearted guy that loved to live and loved to fight. He was also the greatest warrior in the entirety of 10th Company, if not the entire Legion, being famed for his skill with the Chainblade. Although Talos' foresight gave First Claw a lot of respect amongst 10th Company, it was Zal's fearsome skill that stopped most of the other Claws from attempting to take over as lead squad. Zal was also quite proud and loved a bit of showmanship, choosing to wear the ceremonial bat-winged helmet of the Legion as opposed to the standard tactical helmets. He was greatly opposed to chaotic corruption and thought it was a weakness of the traitor legions, aligning his morals with Talos and having his back no matter what. Zal would go on to give up his life to take out a chapter champion of the Genesis Space Marines. This champion would have easily massacred the entirety of First Claw if it wasn't for Zal, who managed to kill the champion in a duel but then died shortly after to his wounds. Out of all the losses of First Claw,
Vulcan literally could never.
the death of Zal hit Talos the most. Now we have Mercutian, who like Uzas, was not an original member of First Claw, but was adopted into it after 7th Claw was decimated. Mercutian was a pretty cool dude. It's not often Talos would add people to First Claw, however...
What's his name? Mikuchi. What's his name? Makugu. Huh? What's his name? Who? Yo, why he built like this? Yo, he built like Mark Henry. Yo, why he built like the Big Show from WWE? Yo, what's going on? Man, he built like a linebacker. He built like, yo, didn't he just play for the Bears last year? Yo, what's going on?
Mercutian's anti-chaos stance, bravery, staunch loyalty to his squad mates, and his choice of weapon being a heavy bolter meant that he was allowed to join. Unlike the rest of First Claw, who were all taken from the gangs and dredges of Nostromo, Mercutian was highborn and spoke with an upper-class accent, which amused his squad mates. Mercutian had a pretty interesting attitude towards how things had played out. Unlike most Night Lords who saw the Great Crusade as folly as they were serving the Emperor at the time, for Mercutian it was a source of great pride. He misses the glory of the Great Crusade and the unity of mankind. He wasn't thinking about becoming loyalist or anything, he just isn't ashamed of what the Legions accomplished and he remembers the Crusade fondly. Mercutian died like a champ. He chose to stay behind and hold off Janzar while his squad mates escaped, unleashing on her with his heavy bolter. She was able to dodge most of the bullets and fatally wound him. As she gloated over his dying body, he had one final surge of strength and stabbed her in the leg, greatly hampering her speed before she then finished him off. Another absolute G from First Claw. Now, whilst there are a number of other Night Lords who are briefly a part of First Claw or related to it that I will mention, the final true member of First Claw is Wariors the Flayer, the only non-Night Lord to be a part of it. Wariors was one of the chief apothecaries for the Red Corsairs, who owed Talos a great debt from Talos previously saving his life. Wariors also really liked Talos and most of First Claw.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Hey, as Majorkill's talking, this thing is giving me all types of visions right now. This sharp, like, needle thing right here, bro, is kind of like, Lord have mercy. That thing is like, oh my God, that thing is making me like, you ever like think about like painful thing? Like, not because like, listen, I promise nothing's wrong with me. I swear to God, nothing's wrong with me. But like, you ever see something so like intimidating, like a weapon or something like that, or like a really pointy thing, and you're like, I gotta stay far away from that, bro. Like I gotta get away from that. Like that's not. Oh my Lord, have mercy. I'm just staring at it. Like, hey, listen. Like, why is it that long? Like, bro, oh Lord, have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm about to get clipped. I'm talking about this right here, y'all. I'm cooked, right? I'm cooked.
So when Talos requested he join them and ditch the Red Corsairs, Wariors agreed. Wariors' expertise were invaluable to the company, as he rapidly began a campaign of gene seed growth with the goal of greatly boosting the numbers of 10th Company. It was he who discovered the truth about Talos' deterioration. Now, while he sounds like a G, he was a bit of a creep. They called him the Flayer as he liked flaying off people's faces and wearing them on his armor. He also had a massive interest in...
I mean, bro, this is Warhammer, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. That's not the worst thing that I've heard of. That's not the worst thing that, there are people, bro, who literally, bro, I'm not gonna say the word because, like, but, like, there are people, bro, who are word people, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would rather, I would rather not take, but I'd rather, like, deal with a dude, bro, who, like, cut off, like, faces or whatever and put them on the armor than people, bro, who legit laugh while R-wording people. Like I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. Like maybe that's just me, but like this is definitely not the worst thing that I've heard of in Warhammer at all.
Octavia's unborn
Like
child,
that's
as
not
he
that's
believed it would be
nothing to me.
compatible
I'm
with
just keep it
Talos'
real.
advanced gene seed due to Octavia being a navigator, hence psychic. He basically planned on harvesting the child and Talos' gene seed upon Talos' inevitable death. When the Eldar attacked 10th Company, shit hit the fan with Varial storing away his tools, a bunch of Night Lord gene seed, as well as Octavia to get to safety, whilst Talos distracted the Eldar. However, with Octavia going down to the planet with her baby daddy, Varial came after them. Through his trouble, he would get both of his legs cut off by Janzar. However, he would actually end up being the only survivor of First Claw after that fight. As Talos cared for Octavia, in his final conversation he warned her to keep running, as Varial would keep chasing her if he survived. Varial would go on to recover Talos' gene seed from his corpse. Unfortunately, he would then go on to also eventually catch up to Octavia, taking her son from her and implanting Talos' gene seed within him, creating a super Night Lord with all the foresight of Talos with none of the drawbacks.
GG's.
Now for the honorable mentions, we have Sarzel, who used to be First Claw's pilot but was killed in the attack by the Ultramarines that scattered the Legion, Adamar, who was killed by a Blood Angel Dreadnought early on, Reuven, a Chaos Sorcerer who abandoned First Claw to join the Black Legion.
You know what's so crazy, bro? All these guys, bro, they all look like a little compy. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bro, they all look cool. Like all these guys actually look pretty fly. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But was then exiled by the Black Legion and eventually came crawling back to 10th Company. He was quickly killed by Talos after serving his purpose due to Reuven being the one that previously killed one of Talos' servants. Then there is Malkarion the War Sage, who was the old captain of 10th Company. He was placed into a Dreadnought after the Siege of Terra, which Talos would go on to wake up. He and Malkarion shared a lot of similar morals and attitudes and were close allies. Malkarion also survived the Eldar attack, however went into hibernation in hiding and did not escape the planet with Varial. It was First Claw that made me fall in love with the Night Lords. I haven't started collecting them yet, but if one day I finish my Eldar, Custodes, and Dark Angels, you bet your ass they'll be next on the list. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel,
shout out to Majorkill, man, for this video. Other than that, man, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys follow my Twitch down below, man. We are so close to 100 almost said subscribers. We're so close to 100 followers on Twitch, and also we are so close to 8,000 subscribers on YouTube, man. Shout out to everybody, you know, who watches all the videos. I really appreciate it. And I mean, bro, we just been knocking out these milestones, man. I really appreciate it. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later for next one. I'm out, and peace out, everybody.
and then subscribe. It's free, easy, and tickles my pickle.
Okay.